one.
How you doing, guys? It's your boy Nando, and this is the Pound for Pound Boxing Show, proudly sponsored by Bravose Boxing. Today, I've got a very special guest to be fighting for the vacant English middleweight title. The rematch against Riverwilsonbent is Tyler Denny. Let's see if we can get him on right. Yes, bro.
You good?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good.
The opportunity. We've got a date. How you feeling?
Relieved. I've been waiting since January, really. The fight was November. We knew we was gonna have a rematch, and it's just been long, man. So, for a few reasons, I mean, Channel 5 lost. NSC lost Channel 5, didn't they? So then we was a bit left in the lurch, and then we've just been waiting.
Was you a little bit worried when you heard about that and Wasserman, got the Channel 5 deal? Did you think, oh, where's this fight going to go now?
Not really. Not really. I think the fight would happen. Obviously, it might be a bit smaller person stuff if it had to be even on, a local show. I think the fight had to happen. So, personally, I would have fought anyway. I just wanted to get the fight out the way. So, I was happy to fight. If they said, do you want to do it on a smaller show somewhere, I'd say, okay. I was just, I've been ready, man. I've been ready all year. So, I just relieved this happening.
Was it worth the wait? Because now you're on Sky Sports boxing as well. Does that make it even more special that a lot more people get to see this fight?
Yeah. I think everything happens for a reason. I think there's no two ways about it. The last time I got stitched up, do you know what I mean? But if that never happened, then I probably wouldn't be fighting on Sky now. So, that's the way I look at it, a bit of a positive outlook on it.
Let's talk about the first fight. So, yourself, your team, and a lot of boxing fans and pundits felt like you were hard done by. The fight was stopped due to apparently a head clash. But was it your glove that do you think caused the cut, or was it clash of heads?
Did you watch the fight? Did you watch it?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything.
Hey, listen. It's not even an opinion though, is it? It's just fact. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's not even an opinion. I understand you got to be like a bit neutral, but the fact is a punch that opened the cut. That's just fact. Obviously, the ref, for some reason, thought it was an egg clash. Do you know what I mean? But he's obviously not seen an egg clash. So the reason why it winds me up so much, because if you've not seen a head clash, which you obviously never, you can't just assume it's a head clash when we're in there punching each other. You have to assume it's a punch unless you've seen a head clash. Then you can say, oh, that was a head clash. But if you've not seen one, you can't just. But you've not seen a punch either that happened. You can't just make it up and say it was an head clash. Do you know what I mean? So it's more frustrating, really.
The one thing I can say, I'm not going to say if it was a head clash or the glove. Look, I have to stay neutral with this. But one thing I won't stay neutral is if the fight had been stopped there in the 7th round, I had you 4-2. You were 4-2 up. You would have won the English title.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say is that I had you winning that fight. If the head clash or the glove never happened, who knows what would have happened from round 7 onwards? We can't say it would have continued. Maybe River would have came back into it. You could have stopped him. He would have stopped you. We would never have known.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
One thing I will say, that if it was the glove, you would have been English champion. Because for me, you were 4 rounds.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's like a double whammy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't have gone to the scorecards anyway. And then when you hear like scorecards like 68, 63 or whatever Shaw Messer said, you just think, what the heck? But like for me, it was only like I'm really confident the next one because it was only going one way. Like he did start off sharp, River did, but it was just getting gradually worse for him round by round, I think. it looked like there's only going to be one winner. And I think even like the power out of his punches had gone and everything. So, you know, and I think I was coming on to him. Like I say, I think it's just going to be one winner. But, you know, there's a rematch now. So I just got to focus on that, really. And I expect him to be a lot better. I expect a lot better version of him as well. So it should be interesting. Did you get that? Has he come? Doesn't it?
Just the last part, I didn't get.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. I expect him to be a lot better version of River this time than the last one. I've seen his interview now. He said he underestimated me, which can happen. Do you know what I mean? So he knows what he's going in with now. So I expect him to be a lot better.
I was going to mention that. I was going to mention that. Do you think he underestimated you? Because the one thing that I was very surprised. Look, I've interviewed both of you. We know River believes in himself highly, and he should. He's a great fighter. He's a great prospect as well, and I'm sure he's going to go far into the sport. He's always been very confident in his ability, and he knows he can stop people. He has that power as well. But a different version of River came out in the press conference where it got a little bit heated. He got into your face. I don't know if maybe I didn't watch the press conference. I only saw the clip of when it got really heated. I don't know if you said something to get under his skin, or maybe it was just fight week that he was just up for it. But do you think now we'll see a more humble version of himself in the sense that you've gained these respect and it'll be more humble in the press conference for this next fight?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like even in his interviews now, but I just don't get why. Like everyone I speak to said he's an alright guy. Do you know what I mean? The only time I've met him, I never thought that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think too much into it. But he probably is. But I remember, like, I think the day after the fight or something, or a couple of days after, he done a little interview saying that wasn't him. He don't know why he was acting that way, and I don't know why he was acting that way. You know what I mean? I just turned up to come to fight, and that's it. But you know, if someone wants to give it, you're going to give it back. But maybe that affected him. Maybe a bit more relaxed and a better version of himself. I don't know. But I've watched the fight back as well. Even like 2 days ago, one of my coach messaged me saying that was poor for me that night as well. So I don't think they was too pleased with myself. So I think it'd be a better version of me and a better version of him. So it's going to be a great fight, really. I just think the best version of me beats the best version of him.
Do you think a major factor as well, not too much, but is the fact that since that fight, you haven't been able to get a fight, and he fought recently in Coventry on the Boxer undercard as well, that he's kind of like been a little bit more active than yourself. Do you think it makes a little bit of a difference?
No, because I had the opportunity to fight to some 6 rounders and stuff, and I did say yes to one of them, but that was going to be like middle of May. But then we thought we was fighting a couple like during the 11th. We got told at the beginning, so I thought it's not worth like damaging my hand or getting a cut or something. But then he got moved to June the 25th. But I'll get better sparring there than I'll ever fight in like a 6 rounder against a journeyman or something. So that don't interest me really.
Do you think, apart from the English title, do you think maybe a contract is on the line as well? Maybe the winner could get signed by a boxer. Could you see that?
Yeah, potentially. It's probably on. You know, it's something that I'd like, but you know, I just want to get the fight first. I don't want to start thinking too much ahead and stuff. I think win good, and I think something to present itself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think boxer have got I don't know, they got Brad Wright now as a middleweight as well. They could try and put that up. But me personally, I'd like to go for the British. Like I said, I don't want to talk too far, but in an ideal world, I win during the 25th, and then I'd like a shot at the British really.
But if you win this fight and they offered you Bradley Ray for your English title, take it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, obviously, it just depends. If they offered me that, but then I could get the British, then I'd say no, give for the British. But if that's all that's on, you only have to look at the last people. I thought Leonie Shadofia, away, lost split decision. I thought Derek Azazi, he was 10-0. I've just thought River, he was 10-0 at the time. I'm going to fight him again. Do you know what I mean? So I don't back away from no fights, man. To give me the fights and I'll take them. But obviously, you always want to do what's best for yourself.
I don't know how close you two are, but I've seen pictures of you sparring Nate as well. Do you think
Yeah.
he's got an eye on the winner of this fight?
Peony.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he's going to go down the IBO route. I mean, because he had the chance to fight for the English before, didn't he? Against, I don't think he needs to really. I don't think he needs to. We're both managed by BCB as well, but not a fight that I'd turn down. But I just don't think it'd be bad management for him to fight for the English title. I think when he's getting the IBO fights, and then next thing you know, he could be fighting for like Sam's fighting for IBO world title on the card. You could be getting a better fight like that. Do you know what I mean? Management wise, that's the route I'd go down anyway if I was looking after Ine.
You mentioned the British. Was you surprised with Denzel Bentley beating Linus Adofia for that big belt?
I couldn't pick him. He was going to win. Do you know what I mean? It was a good fight as well. Channel 5 was also, a lot of people got to see it. And, you know, even though Linus has lost, like, his stock's probably rose anyway. It was a great fight. Do you know what I mean? Some people are just too scared to lose, man. You're fighting for a British title, and they both put it on the line. It was a great fight. And even at the end, it was close. I think maybe Denzel picked it at the end because his work rate was a bit more towards the end, but I thought Linus started really well. I think it is what you like. But now it's a good fight. So, but yeah, I'd happily jump in with Denzel for the British. I would, 100%. But he's already won it once as well, and so he might vacate and do something else better as well. I don't know.
Could do. Your mind is obviously on River, but what you see weaknesses in Denzel that support him?
To be fair, I was watching it more as a fan. I was just excited. I was gassed for it, man, because I still speak to Linus as well, and I was hoping he'd win. To be fair, but it was a great fight, and I never really watching it as like studying it. I think Bentley's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He looks like he does everything okay, but then he's got a big bang as well. Do you know what I mean? Which kind of set it apart really, because then he caught Linus. I think the 8th round. I think Linus' knees touched the ground, but the ref never seen it. He's a dangerous guy, man. He's a dangerous guy, and the people wrote him off with the Felix Cash one after the Felix Cash. So fair play to him, man. You gotta give him his credit.
What would it mean to you in this belt for you and your family?
I just want to get it done, man, because I know I can do it. I know, like I said, I feel like I should be the English champion already. So just more relief, really, and then move on. Like I say, me personally, I don't want to stick around at English level. I think like I should be at I want to get towards British level and fight for them belts. I sparred Lennox Clark yesterday. Do you know what I mean? He's British champion at the weight above, and I believe that's my level.
Could you ever see yourself going up, or is it too late? Do you think
going up
to super middleweight?
No, I couldn't see. It depends. Sometimes they offer some crazy money and some crazy offers, and if you're half in shape, you'd take them, wouldn't you? But ideally, I wouldn't. Nah. We'll put it this way: at our gym, we've got 2 of the best super middleweights in the country. We've got Lennox Clark and Zach Parker. If not the 2 best super middleweights in the country, like now, I don't. Callum Smith's gone up, innit? So
yeah, kind of. Wait, you got.
You know what I mean? For me,
Lerone Richard.
Richard, yeah, good fight. I've done some sparring with him, but Zach's the man for me. Do you know what I mean? I think Zach's another level. I'm gutted with him with the Andrade thing and stuff, but and obviously Lennox is the guy's a ball, man. He's a strong guy, and he's coming in, and he's a lot better boxer than what people think as well. So I think I'll leave the super middleweights them 2. I think we've got enough in the gym as it is.
Funny enough, I got him on straight after you. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Lennox Clark, and
Have you? Ask him what happened to him yesterday.
I will.
So Tyler said he beat you up, man. What happened?
Tyler, before I let you go, for the fans that are going to be traveling down to watch you fight for the English belt and the ones tuning in on Sky Sports Boxing, you have a message for them?
Yeah, make sure you tune in. I'll come. Tickets them longer. I should be getting them tomorrow, I think. It's only like 3 weeks away, but there's been a lot of interest in that, and I'm confident, and I don't see it going the distance. I think I'm going to take him out. If not, he's going to get a beating for 10 rounds. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm going to take him out there, man. So tune in.
Brilliant. Tyler, it's always a pleasure speaking to you. And you know me, I can't take sides. I have to be neutral. So may the Met win. And good luck to both of you in your careers, win or lose.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Nice one.
Take care, man. Good luck.
Man. See you in a bit. Bye.